This video will show you how to add shapes to the floor plan. Sometimes you want to add a shape like a triangle coming off a camera to show the direction the camera is going, or you want to show a circle on the floor plan around a wireless transmitter or receiver to show its range, or you just want to highlight a room and add a square to the floor plan with just a hint of a different color. So under Menu we have an Add Shapes, and here we have the ability to add a square, a circle, a triangle, or a free draw. So we'll start with a triangle, and I'll zoom in here to show you the triangle appears on the screen. Now we have these handles. When you click on the background, everything is deselected. Clicking on the triangle selects it. You see our menu along the bottom changes with some options. So first off, the triangle itself has these handles around it where you can resize it. You can resize its width separately, its height. You can rotate it a little bit. Now when it comes to rotating, our options along the bottom allow us to change how it's rotated. If you want to snap to 90 degrees, if you want to be perfectly 90 degrees this way, you can hit straighten and it'll straighten it out that way. So it straightens it out to the closest 90 degrees. Now what we can do is drag it over, so I want to put it by a camera, so I scroll to zoom out and I'll rotate it a little bit and I'll move it under this camera. So now it's aimed, and notice that it is underneath the icons. All the shapes are part of the floor plan. So they're shapes on top of the floor plan underneath your systems and wires. So we can go in here and we can change its color, so I can change it to a red color. I can lower its opacity so it's not quite so obvious. And now you see I have another camera down here, so I can copy it. So instead of having to make a brand new triangle, I can hit copy, and that just makes a complete copy of it. I can rotate it, stick that one into place. Now we also have the ability, when I click into the floor plan, it clears the menu on the bottom, so now I can add other shapes. So I'll go add a square here, and let's highlight that mechanical closet. So I can go over here to the closet, and I can drag out a corner, and drag out the top, and we'll bump its opacity down a little bit, and we'll color it blue. Alright, so now the mechanical closet has kind of a little bit of a highlight to it. And another shape we have is the circle. So we can add circles. Circles are usually used to show a range for possibly a wireless device. So we can go and show if this is an omnidirectional camera that rotates. I can go in, click the triangle, and we'll remove that shape, and we'll add the circle in instead. So there is the range that this camera will show, and we'll change that to that reddish color and bump its opacity down. So as you saw, any shape can be added. You can straighten a shape, you can copy a shape, you can delete the shape, you can change its opacity and its color. The last shape I'll show you here is the free draw. So if you want to go in and just free draw is actually not a shape you add, it's something you enable and disable. Now when I enable free draw, you can no longer click and drag the floor plan around. The floor plan is locked in place, so you first want to actually scroll or drag the floor plan to where you want to draw, and then enable free draw. And what that does is it allows you to just free draw on the floor plan, and I can draw a little arrow out here and put in any note I want to. So I can free draw text, and then at a later time I can come in and I can disable it and get rid of all that if I want to. Now when I do fill in a shape, so here I made the circle, if I wanted to I could actually color it. So giving it a color fills in that shape. So if I want to quickly free draw an area on a floor plan, I can just circle it quick, bump the opacity down, add a note to it, and now this area has a little highlight.